now that we have you in the air, I just want to discuss the Jack Hare initiative with you, and find out, all about it, where we're at, and how people can donate to it.
Okay, sounds great.
Okay. So what exactly is the Jack Hare initiative for 2012?
Well, the Jack Hare initiative was written by Jack Hare, so I imagine a lot of your listeners know who that is. It intends to legalize the entire cannabis hemp plant and establish a hemp industry outside of the marijuana industry in California. It specifically allows farmers to grow hemp seed for food, and allows industries to use the crop for all the applications that can be used for hemp. And it creates a fund using a tax on recreational marijuana. It creates a fund that helps to establish this industry, to develop it, establish it, promote it, with loans and things like that. It allows for the use of marijuana by adults 21 years and older. It regulates it just like beer and wine, and then taxes it $10 per ounce. It releases prisoners from jail who are in jail for nonviolent marijuana crimes, and releases them from jail, releases them from probation, and allows for people who have been convicted for marijuana crimes in the past to have that removed from their record. It eliminates testing for cannabis metabolites, which are the normal test nowadays they have for employment. They test you for metabolites, which last in your body for months sometimes. It replaces that with testing for active THC, which is a more scientific method of testing for whether someone's really impaired or not. And it challenges the federal government, their constitutional ability to restrict California farmers from growing hemp when they allow hemp to be imported. They allow farmers in other countries to grow hemp and sell it to us. And that's about the gist of what the initiative does. To donate, we have a website at California Hemp and Health Initiative, CCHHI2012.org is the name of the website. Or I can be contacted directly. My phone number is 805-402-1212 if anybody wants to help contribute their time, effort, money, whatever, to getting this on the ballot. It's very important that we get this on the ballot this year, because I'm sure you and most of your listeners probably know the DEA is cracking down hard on medicinal cannabis, and I imagine they'll probably crack down hard on recreational cannabis once they destroy the medicinal industry that started up, and they're actively doing that right now. In all the states that have passed medicinal cannabis, they're finding their dispensaries and their growers are getting arrested, raided, getting harassed for tax evasion, and all kinds of crazy stuff going on right now. So I don't think that the medicinal cannabis industry or any cannabis industry is going to be survived till 2014. Our initiative is the only initiative that actually will put an end to that. The other initiatives, which are basically marijuana initiatives, all they do is they just do the same thing all those other initiatives do, is legalize it on the state level, and the DEA does not recognize the laws that they passed, and so they just come and arrest them.
Yeah.
It would be much more difficult for the DEA to arrest a farmer growing hemp than it is for the DEA to grow a dispensary, because the DEA really has no jurisdiction over hemp. And so that opens up the whole question is, why is marijuana a Schedule I drug when you're allowing hemp, which is a Schedule I drug, to be imported into the United States? And I think any court will rule that it can't be a Schedule I drug if they allow it into the United States. And so that's the main challenge that differs us from all the other initiatives. And it's the only challenge that's going to finally defeat the DEA and stop them from harassing cannabis patients and cannabis users. And at the same time, it also creates a hemp industry. So that's basically what's going on.
Well, now how long do we have before the signatures have to be all turned? I mean, like
we have basically till April 20th, coincidentally, 420, to get the 560,000 signatures we need in order to put it on the November ballot.
Wow. So again, thank you so much for calling in and just briefly letting us know about the initiative. I so wanted to have you and George be at the same time on the show, and for some reason, I'm having some technical problems. But let our listeners know where the website is one more time, and
okay.
Yeah.
The website is www.cchhi.org. All of our contact information is there. There's a place to donate, and a place to volunteer, and basically there's other information on there too. And then I'm Buddy Doozy. I'm the initiative coordinator, and I can be reached directly at 805-402-1212. And so any of your listeners who want to get involved and help us to get this on the ballot, that would be great. I'd love to hear from them.
Wonderful. I know that you need some volunteers for signature signing too, because without having a large budget to pay people yet. So if there is anybody out there that cares about this cause, circulate it amongst your friends. Let people know online that this is happening. California, we were the first to legalize medical marijuana, and we had the bare minimum description of what that law is. And we're having difficulty regulating it with our legislature, our local legislature here. And we definitely need to, I think there could be up to 4 different marijuana initiatives this year on the ballot. And
there are actually 5, yeah.
Yeah, 5. Okay. So, which is good too. But this one's really important.
It's good, but the difference, like I said, the difference is that all of those initiatives, any one of those other initiatives that gets passed will just still fall under the jurisdiction of the DEA, because the difference between them, they're all pot initiatives. They deal with medicinal pot or recreational pot, whatever it be, and they don't deal with the cannabis hemp plant.
Yes.
The entire plant, creating an industry in California. That brings a whole new challenge to the federal government's right to prohibit cannabis hemp as a Schedule I drug by encompassing the whole cannabis hemp plant. That's what differentiates CCHHI, the Jack Herer Initiative, from all these other initiatives. The other initiatives, whether any of them pass right now, actually they don't. None of them look very promising that they're going to pass. We have more momentum than the other initiatives, but in the event that one of them passed, it would be basically another exercise in futility, because the DEA does not pay no attention to what states do when they pass pot laws. They just ignore them.
There's some car. Can you hear that outside? There's some car going by right now that has like a really loud. I'm in a studio right now, but there's some hip hop. There's a car playing like really loud hip hop music. I apologize for that, but it kind of fits, sort of. In an odd way.
That's great.
So, well, you know what? I thank you so much for calling in, and I'd love to have you back on the show, give you some more time, and go and keep checking in with you and making this initiative happen and getting it on the ballot, because I love all the different points that are involved with it, especially releasing our prisoners right now. I think that they need to be let out. That's just...
yeah, especially since California can't afford to keep people in jail for things like that anyways. The legislative analyst estimated it would save hundreds of millions of dollars just at one point of releasing the prisoners and stopping the probation, all that, of nonviolent marijuana offenders. That alone saves hundreds of millions of dollars that the state of California could use for a lot better things.
Yes.
And frees up jail space.
Well, thank you so much, and I will be checking in with you again, and let's make this happen.